of a passion you have. Is it art? Is it gardening? Is it writing? What if I told you you could create community, build connections, and spread your happiness for that passion just by sharing it? Let me explain with a story. Last summer, I went back to Taiwan to see my grandpa for the last month of his wonderful life. After he died at age 75, my grandma was devastated. So I decided to share my aquarium hobby with her to help take her mind off my grandpa and also to help her relax. As a study that appeared in the journal Environment and Behavior states, watching aquariums with fish in them significantly decreases blood pressure and heart rate. So a week after I had completed the installation of my grandma's aquarium, my great aunt came to our home to take her out for lunch. When she saw the newly designed aquarium, she thought it would be nice to have one on display in their home. So a few weeks later, I had completed the installation and designing of my great aunt's aquarium. More friends and family saw the aquariums I designed, and they wanted them to be installed into their home. And that is exactly what I did. Eventually, there was a community of people that didn't even know each other from the start. And I had probably met most of them only twice or 3 times, and mostly very briefly. And I definitely wouldn't have met them many more times again if it weren't for the aquariums. They even formed an online chat dedicated to the discussion of their fish tank's well-being, and they also showed off, of course, their amazing fish. The connections I built were important because they created lasting community. I was able to get together with a lot of them, out for a meal, or to go out for their favorite mountain for a hike. And when you share your passion with others, you impact others positively, since you spread your happiness. So as the famous Jackie Robinson said, a life is not important except in the impact it has on others. You may be wondering how I started my passion for aquariums. Well, whenever I visit Taiwan, I have to go to the streams many times a visit, mostly for an entire day. I love catching the diverse species of fish and shrimp available in the cold and refreshing waters. And, of course, I would release them after taking a good look at the species, unlike my dad's generation, who treated the river more like a sashimi buffet. So the benefits for aquariums are quite limitless. First off, it is a very inexpensive hobby, though I choose to make it even cheaper with making a lot of DIY necessities and accessories. And that is also the reason why I really like aquariums, is that the sky is the limit to the design of the aquarium, also the DIY project. A lot of people that I installed aquariums for told me that they felt a very close connection to nature, as it felt as if they had taken a part of the river and put it right into their home. They said it was very soothing and meditative, and it helped them relieve their work anxiety and stress. So, in my more recent project with the preschool I attended when I was still learning my English, I've thoroughly realized the importance of community and connections. So, first of all, the most obvious one to me is that you can extend relationships. I used to visit my preschool at best once a year, but now I'm able to visit them every 2 or 3 weeks, or even one at every week, for maintenance and also discussion with the children. And I can share my passion with so many children at the preschool. The benefits that it has brought the children is that reading provokes reading. Watching aquariums provokes reading and writing through their new interest in their aquariums. And they'll develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills when they try to derive the root cause of when the fish or plants aren't doing too well. And my latest science fair was about quantifying the effects of CO2 on pH levels in water. And so many children will be able to learn the sciences of the aquariums. When I was adding shrimp to one of the aquariums, a parent talked to me about how thieves tried to steal arowana fish since it was so valuable. And so you may meet others with the same passion as you, or you may meet others with different passions that you have yet to explore. And sharing my passion and creating community opened up many opportunities for me, as this TED Talk has done. I also held a vote with the children to decide which kind of fish and shrimp would go into one of the aquariums. Throughout my 2 main projects, I've compiled 5 steps to turn your passion into a platform for community bonding. The first step, pay attention. I saw my grandma's need and I just tried to fulfill it. The second step, take action. This is a very hard step since you may be hesitant to try anything so new, and you may be hesitant since there's so much work involved. But you have to think about the benefits you'll bring others. The third step, be persistent. You'll need to overcome many obstacles, as I did when the elderly told me that it was really hard on their joints to carry water from room to room during water changes. And so I had to think of a solution, and that solution came to me in aquaponics. Aquaponics is a system where fish waste is used as a fertilizer for plants, and in turn, clean water is given back to the aquarium. And that's my aquaponics system. So another problem that occurred is before I started installing these aquariums, I wasn't very good with plants. So I would probably buy a few bunches of plants, and they would promptly die off on me in 2 or 3 months. So I had to find a way to consistently grow plants, and also to propagate them faster, as I couldn't keep on buying plants and spending more money, since all of this was based off my birthday money, and I have to keep a little in my pocket for something else. And the fourth step, complete the task. After you complete the task, make sure you can maintain the relationships that you built. So maybe go out for a hike, like I did, or go out for a meal with them every once in a while, and definitely talk to them on the phone. And share the idea. This is the step I'm currently at. I've come to TEDx to spread the idea of community building through your passion. Now, you will not regret the experience, and I really recommend you add it to your bucket list. As a last note, if you would like to join my aquarium community by kickstarting your aquarium hobby, please come speak to me. Thank you.